Do DJs usually make a specific set every time they play? Or can I just play straight out my genre crate? All depends on the DJ. So for me, I do not play a specific set. I just have crates. I go into those crates and play. If I'm doing a live stream, I'll go off feeling and maybe check out the chat a little bit for some feedback. If I'm playing in a venue, then I'm reading the crowd reaction and I'll let that guide me. But I don't have a specific set. And even if I go out, so last week I did a quick set, a half-hour set for a company called Sneakerjagers. Basically, if you translate it, will be sneaker hunters. They're a website/platform about sneakers. You can find sneakers and all of that. And my bro Turn, DJ Turn, also from Amsterdam, he's working with them and he has his new show there called The Turnover. He does a set 1 week and the next week he has a guest on. Now he wanted me on for the first show, couldn't make it happen at that time. This time we were able to make it happen, so I was able to do episode 8 for him. And we recorded that at his crib. I knew I had 30 minutes. The only thing I did to prepare for that is I looked in 2 folders on my computer, saw a bunch of tracks that I liked that I was like, yeah, I'll like to play that. And I probably had twice the amount of tracks that I would actually be able to fit into 30 minutes. So I knew I had enough tracks in the crate and that was it. Went over there, he had the entire setup, green screen, lights, camera, you name it. He told me, you wanna like check something out? I was like, no. All I gotta do is see which track I'm gonna play first. And I quickly found that track. I knew exactly which track. When I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna play that because I knew he was gonna love that track. That was my starting point and I had no idea what I was gonna play next. The only thing I knew is I'm gonna play music from this crate because I'm recording this and I don't wanna spend too much time looking through a lot of folders. So basically I only had a flash drive with those files, plugged it into his laptop. He had everything there, turntables, phase, you name it, S9. So still freestyled it. And that's how I normally play. And then you have DJs who prepare their entire set. And sometimes when you hear the same DJs a couple of times, you'll hear kind of a bunch of repetitive stuff because you can tell like, okay, we played together last week in that city. Now I'm seeing you again and I'm basically hearing the same set. For some DJs, that's actually normal. Some DJs will do a tour and you see some footage online and then you can tell like, hey, they have a prepared set and they do that set for every stop of their tour. And I'm not knocking that at all. If that works for you, then go for it. I personally just feel more comfortable doing freestyle and I have a problem with being repetitive for myself. So I probably after gig 3 would not like to be doing the same set again. Even though it's a new crowd, they're hearing it for the first time. I don't know, it doesn't feel right for me. Even though you can compare something like that to an artist. If an artist comes over to perform and they perform their songs, they have a set list. I've been performing with Brainpower for 23 years. We're in year 23 now. And when we have a tour, we have a set list for that tour. That's not freestyle. So I can understand how some DJs will prefer to have like a prepared set list when they go on tour and they have to do flights and everything. So they don't want to worry about that. So to each his own. And that will be different for every DJ.